What is going on, my community? Joan here, back with another video, and today I'm actually back again with some more records, as I did a couple of days ago, and I guess I'll just continue. In the background playing is this beautiful album called Down to Earth by Ozzy Osbourne. I've been listening a lot to this lately, and gosh, this is a good album, so that's what I'm having in the background. Ozzy Osbourne's Down to Earth. It's beautiful, it's beautiful. But I'm gonna put this there. I've gotten myself some records, as I said. All these are in very different style. But starting off with this one, a classic that I didn't own, that I now own. 1987, I want to say 87, but it's 86. 1986, U2's Joshua Tree, classic U2 album. This is a gatefold with the band here, and then this here, and I haven't listened a lot to this before, but we started doing that later. I started listening to U2 with their latest Songs of Innocence. I really like that album, so I figured I would go back and look at the hits, and this one always came up, so I bought it for like $5, and I figured that was a really good price for it. So I picked it up. This is a Scandinavian pressing. I think it's a Swedish pressing, actually. Yeah, it's a Swedish. It's released in 87. It's 86 or 87. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, this is a 1987 Scandinavian pressing of the album. It's on. Let me see. I don't know what label it is. It's on Ireland. It's on Ireland, and it's custom label that is really. Let's see how I do this good on this new camera phone. I'm using a computer to record this. As you have probably seen in this and the last video, I have a new place where it's at. I used to sit over there, but I don't anymore. And I'm sitting here because my the camera stand got ruined. So now I'm using my laptop, and I'm using this. I'm sitting here, and I figured this would be good. This is more cozy like this. But U2's Joshua Tree, great album. I had never listened to this whole album before. I heard songs, and what I figured was when I listened to the whole album, I had heard every song without listening to the album once, and that's just from radio. So apparently Swedish radio loves U2, and I would probably think that radio all around the world loves U2 because they are good. Secondly, this is another classic. Not this album might not be a classic, but the artist is definitely a classic. It's one of the Beatles. This is John Lennon's Rock and Roll. It's his album with covers of rock and roll songs. Which is 1975. I got this very, very cheap, and I got some more John Lennon's record, which I will show you very soon. This is actually a. Let me see. I have it there. This is also Swedish pressing, but it's on Apple. Swedish Apple pressing. I don't know how good this looks on the camera and all that because I can't see it. Now I can see, like that. It's I got these, the Apple label, and I haven't listened to this. I haven't listened to it yet. I will do it, but haven't listened to it yet. The cover is in very rough condition. The album actually sounds pretty okay, especially after I put wood glue on it. Now it sounds really good. And this is the album, John Lennon's Rock and Roll. Heavy stuff. No, I don't know if it's heavy, but I think it's heavy. It's John Lennon. I mean, bad for John Lennon is amazing for every other artist. So yeah. And while talking about John Lennon and amazing, imagine this is a good album. This is a fucking amazing album. So I figured, why not? These were so cheap that I didn't believe it when I picked them up. This one I got for $3. And this is in near mint condition for $3. It's let me see where I have it on my other computer here, so I can look up the information about the album. It's let me see which one of those it is. Yeah, it is. I think this. Yeah, it's that one. It's a reissue, European reissue. It doesn't say much. It's on the Apple label, but it is not in color. It's black and white, which the normal label is not. The normal label is in color. As you can see here, it's black and white. But it sounds so good. This pressing, I think. It's like this. I got these two. I listened to them back to back, both of them. And one is a UK original, I think. Yeah, this one is a UK original pressing from '71. Let me show you here. Also Apple label, but this one has a bit more noise to it, and like hairlines and all that, so it doesn't sound as good while listening to it. So that's why I think the European pressing is better, just because it sounds better for me. And I will probably try to sell this one and keep this one, because I mean I have one that sounds better in my ears, so why not keep that one? But anyway, I got 2 copies of Imagine for the total of $6. Who would not pick that up? I picked it up as soon as I saw it. It wasn't at this like fair, like a car fair where they sell car stuff. Like I was seriously walking down the lane, and they were selling different kind of like small like things for like nobody. It's just car nerds that go and like mentally freak out at those shows. And my dad is a car nerd, so I was there with him, and they sold records there, and I was like, this is awesome. And I bought a couple records. I might have bought U2 Joshua Tree, and I might have bought Rock and Roll by John Lennon, and I might have bought 2 copies of Imagine. Totally worth it though, very cheap. So I'm really happy about that, and I'll probably make a dime out of it later. But this is what I bought today. I was in more rock and roll mode, like 80s hard rock, 80s glam rock, 80s sleaze, that kind of a mode. So I picked up Quiet Riot's Mental Health. This is a good album. I really like the cover of Come On Feel the Noise. That's why I picked it up, because I heard it in a video game. Grand Theft Auto Vice City, for those who have played it. This song is in that game, and I really liked that game and that song. And I saw this album for $8 today, and I figured I listened to it, and I listened to the title track, because they have like a turntable you can test records on in the records I used to in the record store I go to, and this one was one of them there. And I tried it, and the first song was really good, so I was like, it's worth a try. People like it. It sold 6 times platinum, I think. So Quite Right. This is epic. It's a Dutch pressing. It has the. I almost don't have to show it. It has the standard, like 80s epic label. And yeah, it sounds. It's a near mint, both cover and both the cover and the album itself is in near mint condition. So I can't complain at all. So Quiet Riot, Mental Health, awesome album. And while we're into this 80s sleaze glam scene, I figured I would pick up another one. After getting this, I only have one album left, and that's their first album. This is, in my opinion, their last good album, like good all the way through. Mötley Crüe's Dr. Feelgood. This was $1. No, $10. This is such a good album. This is such a good album. I mean, just let me read you the track listing to this album, and you will understand how amazing this album is. Dr. Feelgood, or Turn to Slow Down, first is the intro. Dr. Feelgood, Slash Your Pie, Rattlesnake Shake, Kickstart My Heart, Without You is such a good cover. No, it's such a good ballad, like power ballad. Super Mötley Crüe. Same Old Situation, Sticky Sweet, Okay. Same old situation. Sticky Swede. She goes down. Don't go away mad. Just go away in time for change. Like,
But
who would not listen to that? So Dr. Feelgood, Mötley Crüe, great album. Love that shit. And that was all for me today. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.